So, you asked what worked. We didn't know it was going to work. We took a gamble. We said this whole FF, we were kind of trying to figure out our own social media language. And we said, kids with special needs don't have a place. Parents, the whole reason why we got into this game is parents said they don't have a place to learn about their child's development. They don't have a place. They feel isolated and alone. Well, on all of those sites, I'm a mother of a 2.5-year-old. You post the heck of your photos of your baby doing anything and everything. Oh, look, she picked up a pencil. Oh, isn't that the cutest thing ever? Well, our audience didn't have that. So we decided to say, let's test it. Let's see how, we've heard mixed reviews. Some people saying, nah, people don't want to put their pictures of kids on Facebook. They're leery. I don't know if it's going to work. So we built Foto Friday. Foto Friday on Facebook means every Friday, hey, our wall turns over to all of our 32,000 plus users or likes, and they get to post pictures. Sometimes we do themes. It was back to school time. We did a shout out and said, hey, have any cute back to school photos you want to post this Friday? Look through, post them this Friday. It started slow, but the key is don't give up. Even if one person responds, keep at it. You struck a chord, and it's the crawl, walk, run mentality. Our Foto Fridays, because they're photos, people click through to them and they want to see. Our Foto Friday posts are the biggest engagement days. So we have peaks in our engagement because people want to say, oh my gosh, she's beautiful, or oh, congratulations, keep it up, good job. It created a community. It put faces to likes for us. It put faces for other people to connect to. For somebody who said, oh my gosh, I have a child with Down syndrome. She's beautiful. What are you doing about X, X, and X? Now they're having an A to B conversation, and we've seen ourselves out of it, but we've connected them. So that's a little bit of what it showed to us, but it's an engagement strategy, and it kept people coming back to our site if not every day, at least once a week. We knew they were going to come back and visit us because they're looking forward to that. Yes.
And this is on your Facebook page.
This is on our Facebook page, and we're actually looking for a sponsor and potentially going to do something on our website that pulls from the Foto Friday success. So what's great about this is before you invest in back-end engineering of how to put the photos and the feeds and all of that, what Facebook allows you to see is, again, trends. What are people responding to so that it can direct your actual content strategy. So that's what it's done for us. Blogger engagement, I talked about it earlier. I'm passionate about this topic. I love the bloggers. Michelle, whose daughter you saw there, is a blogger. So we identified, we went through and we said, there's something here. We first had a live stream with a blogger, and we thought, oh, this is kind of cool, let's look at this. Didn't realize how many special needs bloggers there were. So we developed a list of the top 25. And how did we rank in criteria those top 25? We looked at, we didn't do all, but most. A very long list, and then we had a column for their Facebook following, their Twitter following, and their blog following. The person with the most numbers won. So we took the 25. We then, of course, looked and said, what are they talking? Is there a mixture of special needs? I mean, there was other criteria, but that was the first filter, and then that allowed us to look and make sure we have a cross-section of who we were looking for, that their philosophy was similar to our philosophy, that we would want to engage with them because they would be good brand ambassadors for us. So we said, holidays, in a conversation we had with a family online, somebody said on a comment on our page, as a special needs parent, you hold your breath from daylight savings time to New Year's, because there are so many changes within that time frame, and with a child with special needs where routine is key, you're out of school, you're in school, that it's dark, now it's light, it's now dark. Families coming over, grandma's gonna pinch your cheeks, and she doesn't get it that you don't not only like what child likes pinching your cheeks, but that you don't have the social skills to communicate back. So we realized that this was a chaotic time for families. Traditionally, as well as you look at retail online sales and online traffic, it's also a downside, except for retail, I take that back, you see a downswing in your web trends because people are instead of visiting your site, they're visiting Toys R Us and other online retailers. So the retailers love this time of year. Everybody else is fighting to get their traffic back to their site. So you typically see a seasonal dive. We knew we were going to lose our parents for 3 months. And we just said, we can't do that. So we said, what would be important to a parent? Knowing what toys to pick. Knowing what toys to tell grandma and grandpa to get instead of the loud toy that sends the sensory issues of Johnny, down a behavioral pattern. I'm going to suggest this for mom because it's mother attested, child approved, and it's a word of mouth marketing. So we said, let's just try it. We did it the year before this with just our experts, our speech therapists, and our RTs did something. It was great. People liked it. But we said what was missing here was the actual personal testimonial. So we identified the 25. We asked them, submit your favorite online. Be a part of our holiday guide. It's going to go out. It's going to be promoted. This is what you do. Send us a link to where you can purchase this thing. Tell us why you like this toy or this gift. And then tell us a little bit about yourself. So anybody in the special needs community knows Ellen. And Ellen is the blogger at Love That Max. She has an adorable son with cerebral palsy. She's one of the biggies, the big influencers online. Never in a million years would think that she would do it. She said, oh, love it. Here's what our toy recommendation is. Well, what's great about it is we were able to say, okay, Ellen, you're on our site. Now, can you post on your blog that goes out to millions of people and drive traffic to that? Sure, not a problem, because why? It now builds her credibility because she's on another third site asking for her advice and recommendations, so it's building her online persona as well. She doesn't really need our help, but it's a great opportunity, so it's a great opportunity for us. What did this do for us? Our metrics for the month of December went through the roof. They were higher than our bullying report. Bullying report got a whole bunch of media, and at the time got us a real spike in numbers. But because we had implemented some of these other strategies, we didn't quite hit the top, but we were kind of plateauing a little bit with our traffic. We were able to exceed that traffic because we struck a chord. Content is king. We hit the right mark. We had people telling people to come to our site to see these great pics. We had something for the mom who could send the link to the aunts and the uncles and the godparents. We had something they needed. So that was the big aha moment with that group. The last one that has worked that we saw is awards are a team sport. If you have an opportunity to garner any sort of attention on your product, your brand, your organization, engage your community in it. Even if it's not an online voting thing like the About.com award was. Even if it's, oh, hey, we've just been nominated for this, tell us why you like X. And put a comment roll on your Facebook. Ask people to tweet out their favorite memory with the hashtag. Does everyone know the whole hashtag concept? Next week. Okay, next week, sneak preview. You will learn the power of the hashtag. So we did that. For 2 weeks, we asked our viewers, if you love us, if there's one thing you can do, if you clicked on our link, just go to this site. We also did it for Chase Giving Program. They have a big thing where they give out awards to nonprofits, but it's all about getting their Chase members to vote for you or to get other people to vote for you. So you'll see that we had a bunch of different people retweeting or doing our evangelizing for us. The challenges. This is all great, it's all fun, it's what keeps me energized and with this organization for 7 years, which I realized when talking to my people in my I'm Generation X cohort. Oh yeah, gosh, 7 years, that's like 20 years in our parents' lifetime. So I will say, and let me just wear my nonprofit recruiter hat. I thought nonprofit was the feel-good people who, I got my public administration, was in government and, political side of things. I thought the nonprofits were the do-gooders of the world, and they are. They're amazing people. And I thought, oh yeah, it's the people that do good but don't get the, reimbursement for it, don't get the compensation for it. I'm with a wonderful organization that I call a hybrid organization. It blends business practices and business principles with social good. And there's a lot of nonprofits out there that are dying for all of your time, treasure, and talent. So there is a way that you can have a great impact on a greater good. You can actually pay your mortgage and even go out for a glass of wine every once in a while and enjoy yourself. So you can have a life in the nonprofit world, and I am saying out there, if you're looking, please look. Please call me. If you want an internship and you want to play over here, because it's really playing in a new playground for us. Internships, we love you. Come on. We will give you exposure. We'll give you time and talent into a new trade, and we'll have a little fun doing it. The challenges. It's a 24/7 business. No one told me this as a new mom who was already sleep deprived and posting on Saturdays and Sundays because there's a tropical storm hitting, and tropical storms don't wait until Monday and Friday when you're open. So we did emergency response posts. We did, hey, this is what you need to do. Get your IEPs, which is educational paperwork, in a Ziploc. Make sure you have them. Take them with you. Have this, have that, have charcoal, because you might be out of stuff and you need to cook dinner. You can still cook dinner if you can find your barbecue. So baby in one hand, computer in the next. My child knows a little more about the iPad than I do. That's not necessarily a proud statement, but it kind of is. But it is a 24/7 business, and once you get out there, you better be ready to respond. You're going to again, it's the customer service. So if you're going to do it, and I encourage you to get out there and just jump, just make sure you've set in expectations with your community. And if you're not going to be on Saturdays and Sundays, that's okay. Tell them. Tell them in advance. Hey, we're going to be offline, but still post your questions, and hey, maybe the community can respond to each other. So you'll find that the community begins to connect with each other, but set those expectations early.